Australia. Celebrating Australia Day in a South African fashion. What do you say, Beard?
Yes, this is our first potjie in Australia.
I think it's our actual first potjie.
It is my very first potjie. So I'm seeing what Google is saying and giving it a go. And
What are you gonna put in this potjie today for us?
so we're gonna put half a leg of lamb.
Half a leg of lamb. Wait, let me show you the leg of lamb. Hang on. This is the leg of lamb that's been slowly defrosting in the sun today. Yes, so you're gonna put that in, and then?
So we're first frying up some onion, garlic and celery for 2 minutes, and then we're gonna put the leg of lamb in and brown that with a little bit of red wine, and then that needs to cook for about an hour, slow cook. And then we are gonna add all our vegetables and stack them all together and put the lid on and see what we have.
Do you have any secret ingredients?
At this stage there's no secret ingredient.
What about a little bit of red wine?
We will put a little bit of red wine in.
Well, that's our potjie. We will keep you updated in a little while. About 4 hours, I think that is that right?
Yep.
Signing out. Alright guys, this is our second part of this potjie video. What's happening, Beard?
Okay, so now we're gonna add a crucial ingredient with some red wine. And if your potjie is a little bit too hot, then you can just cool it down with a little bit of red wine. And it will also help with a bit of flavor the dish. So we'll just put it in there.
Oh my gosh, the smell.
And
wow.
we'll continue to just make sure we get the meat all nice and brown. Make sure you get all the sides, and make sure you get all those nice fatty bits brown.
I wish you guys could smell what's going on here.
You can see all the ingredients are starting to talk to each other. Just hear them having a nice little conversation in there.
Can you hear that, guys? Ooh.
Okay, so we'll just let that go for a little bit more, and then we will add in our tomatoes. We also have to add a little bit of salt onto the meat. So we'll put a little bit of salt. And Marissa, you asked about a secret ingredient. Well, I think this is probably one that is worthy of.
Tell us about the secret
ingredient.
What is
It's
Show us the label.
Paarman's Braai and Grill, straight from South Africa. Aldi special. But this is
Thanks,
really
Aldi.
good. And so we'll add a little bit of that as our secret ingredient. Alright, well, I think I'm going to just turn it once more. Get some spices on this side, and then we'll add the tomato.
And that would, the tomato still needs to come in.
Yep.
It's quite a lot of salt, Beard. Are you just winging it?
Yeah.
What is in that Paarman's? Can you tell us? Looks like chili flakes. Is that part of it?
There's all sorts of goodness. Sun-dried tomato, roasted coriander seed, lemon, celery, chili, onion, sea salt. So it's just a general good braai mix. Alright, so I think let's put our tomatoes in. So this is about 1 kilogram of tomatoes, I guess. It might be less, I don't know. It's all the tomatoes we have. So we'll put it in there. I'm gonna add a little bit more wine. And so now it's supposed to cook for about an hour, and yeah, I think it will be slow cooking, and you might just have to watch the fire that's not too hot.
And stir it every few?
No, you don't. With the potjie, you don't stir.
Oh, okay.
It's all about layering all your ingredients. If you stir it, it becomes a stew.
Oh,
And according to Johan, that's not allowed.
There you have it. Thanks, Johan and Liesel, for that tip.
So, just put the lid on and let it slowly cook for about an hour.
And that would conclude this part of our potjie dish. Signing out.
Okay, so it's been an hour. So let's see what has been happening in the potjie. Okay, that's looking good. So it has just been simmering away, and that's what you want. You want it to simmer. So next we are going to carefully place the potatoes.
How many potatoes do you have there?
We've got 5 potatoes.
5 potatoes. Cut into quarters.
Yep. You can obviously add more potato if you want, just depends what you want to have. And so the idea now is just to do a bit of a layer of potatoes around the meat. So we can back that, and then we are going to add a layer of carrots. So now you're adding all the vegetables. That takes a bit of time to cook soft, and we are going to layer that. So that's looking good. So now we do a layer of carrots. But if you want to add, I think, pumpkin or butternut or stuff like that, you can do that as well. Alright, so a layer of carrots, that looks really beautiful. And now we're gonna add a layer of dried apricots.
Interesting.
So just do a little bit of a layer like that. I assume they will expand a little bit as they start to soak up the moisture. How many do you think, Melissa?
I have no idea.
Alright. I think that's probably good. Good, we're looking good for, let's just check the moisture. There's plenty of moisture. I don't think it's burning. So we'll leave that for now. Put the lid back on, and now we just want to let it simmer for 2 hours.
Wow.
And I'm adding just 1 or 2 coals, but you can still hear it simmering, even though I don't have a lot of coals below it. Yeah, well, check back in 2 hours. Smelling really good.
Smells amazing.
Kat's been out here to check it out as well.
Yeah.
We are at the last step. We had a nice afternoon nap. It's probably about 2.5 hours
Are the
later.
ants biting you?
Yes, some ants on. There's some ants on biting me. Okay, so that's why I'm jumping around a little bit. But yeah, so that's 2.5, 3 hours. And now we're right at the final step. We are gonna add our last bit of veggies, and these veggies obviously are quite quick, so we're just gonna put them on. So again, we're just creating our last little layer, and then so that's just capsicum. I'll put some broccolini.
And you've got good colours going through this potjie bit.
Yeah,
You've got
coming
a bit
together.
of yellows, some reds, some greens,
And
some
now
whites.
just doing a final layer with our mushrooms. then we'll just finish it off, I think, with our secret ingredient, good old Paarman's. Then a good shake and check back in half an hour. They're all making friends in there. Guys, so the time has arrived. It's been about 4-5 hours of the potjie being on the fire, and let's see how it looks after the final vegetables. I think that's looking pretty good. And so the idea now is that you can serve this with rice or a nice fresh bread, and you literally just dish it up, put it on top of rice or bread, and then you can cut pieces of meat in the pot, or you can take out all the meat and cut it off the bone on a cutting board. But that's how it's looking, and it's been a long day next to the fire, so I'm looking forward to tucking into my meal, and we'll show you how it looks once it's plated.
Lovely.
Guys, this is so soft, it's falling off.
Falling off the bone, Pierre.
Yeah.
It smells amazing.